It's like it's good morning, and welcome to the first step on this Christmas edition. Oh, yeah. Woke up this morning like any other morning at 4:30 and went and did my practice that I always share with you guys. And something interesting has been happening with me and my practice lately, which I actually wrote originally and these things I've shared in the first couple episodes. And I got an iMessage from Jonas, who shared about sharing this morning routine and everything with a friend of his about creating this relationship with God. And he said he was going to start doing it with his friend, each morning, a way for them to connect. And so I've started to do it with Susanna, my wife, and we do the nightly review now at night. Last night was our first night of dedicating the time to sit down and answer those questions at, I forget what episode it was, like maybe 5 that I did the nightly review. But in these pages that I read to you in the first couple shows, there was, we allow this practice to carry over into all aspects of our day. We ask to be shown in every seeming situation what our next step is to be, and we will be given whatever is needed. We ask for freedom of self-will. Whenever possible, we ask others to join us in our practice. So I always had that in there, and I was never really open to it, I realized. I preferred to do it myself. I remember I was in San Francisco, and Jason started to join me in my morning. Our first time we met was in San Francisco, out in the square. I think it's Bicentennial Square or something. And we went out and meditated in the park, and then since then, pretty much every morning we would meet in the sanctuary and others would start to show up, and now there's a show. And yeah, so I'm actually saying all this so I can start to invite others into my morning practice. And the more I share it, I can see the gift that's given. If you watched the last step that I had on Sunday, I had a really nice experience when I received that message from Jonas on 5:31 on Sunday morning. It was an answer to a prayer that I was journaling about as I was doing my morning routine, and that came in as this answer to a belief I was questioning. And so yeah, I want to strengthen that in my mind by sharing it, and accountability. I want to actually say it so that I start doing it with, for now, Susanna each morning and night. And this morning I woke up and I had a song come into my mind, and it was not a typical Christmas song, but it was, "Go Jesus, it's your birthday. We're gonna practice like it's your birthday." But it's more the, Jesus doesn't have a birthday. He was, never born, never died. And I was drawn to this one section, and through something that I searched, because a few people sent me some Christmas wishes this morning, and the gift that I wanted to give, it came from the line in the Course, which was, "Only one equal gift can be given the equal sons of God," and that is full appreciation. And that has been my prayer lately, to really experience that when I do the rules for decision and I share that part of the feelings I would have, what would happen. The experience is I want to experience that appreciation for my brothers and sisters. And so I had an experience of that this morning. And then when I went into the Course to find it, and it's in chapter 6, the Lessons of Love, and it's from the section A, which is to have, give all to all. And I don't think there can be a better section for Christmas. And I read the first paragraph, and it actually was speaking to what I was hearing, when I was singing that song, that 50 Cent song that I made into a Jesus song. But I'm going to read the first paragraph here, because it really, it really landed for me this morning when I was thinking about this idea of a birthday or never being born and what it really means. And so it says, to have, give all to all. When your body and your ego and your dreams are gone, you will know that you will last forever. Perhaps you think this is accomplished through death, but nothing is accomplished through death, because death is nothing. everything is accomplished through life, and life is of the mind and in the mind. The body neither lives nor dies, because it cannot contain you who are life. If we share the same mind, you can overcome death as I did. And it was like, when I read that, it was that reminder of, I often write it in my journal, that, be of good cheer, I have overcome the world. And so, yeah, I read that this morning, and I read through most of the whole thing to get to this line, the only one equal gift can be offered, the equal sons of God, and that is full appreciation. And then the next paragraph actually spoke to it, like, how do I do this? How do I show my appreciation? And it goes straight into communication. And this one line here was the one that landed for me as well. The Holy Spirit sees the body only as a means of communication, and because communication is sharing, it becomes communion. So I guess that's my prayer for today. I thought I'd have a short episode and just wish you guys a Merry Christmas, and then these little ideas came into my mind, but that's what I want to give today. I want to give all to all by sharing through the communication, through these practices and things. And then at the last minute, as I was going to talk about this, sharing my morning practice with others, I had a surprise guest show up in the studio with a Santa hat on. I got Jason here with me.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to all. So Jason did come in, and he was looking on his phone for some lyrics of a song that we heard one time at a restaurant. How are we going to sing that song? We don't know the words. He's like, I know it, I love it. So we weren't sure. Do you have any songs coming
No,
through?
I couldn't find it.
No?
I mean, the song that's in my mind is that last night we watched The Greatest Showman. Did you make it through the whole thing?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we watched The Greatest Showman, and it was amazing. We watched it last year on Christmas in Mexico, and it was like, brought all that energy back. It's an amazing one. Which song did you have?
Well, there's the last song because he goes through this whole movie basically trying to impress his wife and children, and she keeps saying, no, they're fine, they've got everything they need. It's you. And he's like, I'm fine, it's not about me, but it always was. He had this discontent that wouldn't be resolved through standing ovations or people telling him he was good. And so the whole movie was like an arc of him playing it all out and then losing everything and seeing that what he valued was what was always in front of him. So the last song is, from now on, I'll make this pledge until
I only know that part. From now on,
I will not search. I'll not go anywhere. I'll accept what's right in front of me. It's always been here. Thank you so much. It's like a gratitude, and all of a sudden his wife and children come into his mind. He takes it all in.
And even the last scene, he leaves the circus, which was what he was chasing the whole time, and he hands over the baton to his co-circus guy.
Bailey.
And goes to his daughter's recital, like a ballet recital, and he sits there. And he was like so energized the whole movie, and he was relaxed. And he was like, it's all I ever want. It's all I ever need. It's right in front of me. That was it.
Yeah. The contrast, they had the circus playing with this like big grand performance, and we loved that. And then they go back to him watching his daughter be a tree in the ballet.
That's right.
And he was just as content with that. And he was making a commitment to not being anywhere else or trying to impress. I thought that was really beautiful.
Yeah.
Guess you can't play songs on your show.
No, maybe someday we'll move over to our other network so we can share some stuff. But yeah, so we have a little Christmas morning. We're going to go do some readings by the fire and have some music with Zach and Susanna. So yeah, if you have nothing else, we can sign off for a short edition on Christmas. And yeah, keep that prayer of give all to all through our communication today.
Sounds good.
All right. Thanks for joining me, Jason. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you on Thursday.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.